Hi everyone, thanks for finding my channel, Arkytior Collective. I try to read the energies that are prominent in the collective and tell the story that the cards want to tell. Not all messages resonate for every person, so if one sounds like it's for you, but then the next message doesn't, then leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. I intend for my readings to be timeless, so whenever you find them is when you're meant to. Hope I find everyone well. I've been dealing with some really heavy energies. We've been advised recently to step away from the divine masculines or soulmate masculines that we've been dealing with, that maybe the cycles haven't closed or there's difficulties, or, if we look at their situations, a lot of them are going through karmic cycles, a lot of them are smack dab in the middle of dark nights of the soul. And we, of course, as the feminines, want to rush in and help and heal and love and save. And we have been told in no uncertain terms to take our hands off of them because the cycle has been taking too long and the divine is stepping in. So we're going to go ahead and try to get a gauge of what's happening in the energies in the collective. I've laid out the first layer. That's my new MO because I'm trying to cut down on time. I've also changed up the spread, set the spread to a modified Celtic cross. We've got the heart of the matter, the crowning energy, the recent past, the present, the future, and the outcome. And then 3 on the bottom. That seems to be working. It's a little over an hour. That cuts it down from 2.5. That's a little bit better. So, I used the first light. First light? Yes. First Light Tarot. They're all pictures from the Hubble, which I am a space nerd, so I have a very special place in my heart for the Hubble Space Telescope. And thank you, Ozzy, for the beautiful gift. I'm trying to incorporate it into the I heard into the matrix, but I want to put into the system. So we use 4 decks for my spreads. So at the heart of the matter here, we have the Death card. It's Scorpio energy, change and transformation. It's a suspension of consciousness, new life, and reborn. Crowning energy, what's on our minds? I debated on keeping this card because it's not really a tarot card or an insight card. It just says first step. So that's what's on our minds as a collective, especially with the feminines. What is going to be our first step in this new cycle, or our first step to step away from the masculines that are dealing with this cycle? Recent past here, yeah, we've all felt it. We got the Tower. Alarm, it says storms, electrical impulses, and lightning. Yep. In the present, we have here a good card, actually, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, balance, miracles, combinations, and environments. In the near future, we have the Hangman, crossroads, transition, turning points, and decisions. Okay, and in the outcome, we have messages. It says an open mind. Keep an open mind. Okay. At the bottom of this deck, we had Source, which says love and light. It's energy, protectiveness, rest, synchronicity, and angelic allies. So this Source is here. Remember what I was saying? Sorry. In the last few readings, that divine energy is coming forward and taking hold of the situation because the cycle has taken too long. And a lot of people are not closing out the karmic cycles that they're needed to close out already in order to integrate their lessons and move forward. So Source is here. Like, every time I read that the divine is coming in, the energy gets bigger and bigger. Well, guess what? Now we're in the Big Daddy. Source is here. Underneath that, we had Strength. And then underneath that, we had the Moon. Oh, and underneath that is karma. Interesting. So we will discuss that when we get to the end of this spread. So now we're going to lay out the fairies. So I do the Tarot of Light because with this being so pictures of the cosmos, I have designated this deck as cosmic level energy, okay? Stuff even above the fairy realm. This is like 5D energy here. Now we go on to the fairy deck. We bring it down a level, down a vibration to the 4D. But the fairies, they vibrate a little bit higher than we do on this plane. So then now we're coming down a level from the cosmic to the fairy world. Everything's pre-shuffled because I know when I shuffle on camera, it's really loud in the mic. So we're just going to go ahead and wake them up. I hope the music's not too loud. I do need it to hear. So, fairies, hello. Good. Oh, really? Already? I'm not even ready yet, but let's see. Oh, that gnome. He can go back in the deck because he's popped like 4 times in the last few readings. That's the M80 in the toilet. I like to call him the Spanish Inquisition because you never expect him. So it is 12 something in the morning. Good morning, fairies. Good evening. Can you please come forward and clarify and no, too many. Clarify and elaborate death. You want to know what just flipped, but I had to put it back? Death. So wouldn't that have been interesting? Death on death. The heart of the matter here is this change. Please clarify and elaborate. Death. Oh, okay. The singer of healing. Restored and renewed love. Healing deep wounds of spirit. Healing on all levels. Okay, so there's going to be 2 ways I'm going to read this, right? It's been noted in the previous readings, like how this is playing out like a story, right? Every reading, it gives a little bit more insight into where this storyline is going. So, in the past, we've seen that the masculines walked away from a divine connection that was sent to heal them in order to continue a karmic cycle that was supposed to be closed already. So this to me says 2 things. On top of this death card is the healing, the singer of healing, which is exactly what we've been seeing in the spreads for the last 4 or 5 times, is that the masculine has put the death to a connection that was supposed to heal them both. And that's exactly what this card is saying. Healing deep wounds of spirit. Both of these people, what's going on here? Well, that's weird. What's happening here? That's weird. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Both of these people were supposed to have found healing with each other in this connection. And the masculines, for some reason, killed it. Okay? They said they can't go any further, and they just ended this connection. In some cases, they ended it because they wanted to return to a karmic cycle that wasn't closed yet. In some cases, they ended it because it was just too much all at once. And in some cases, they had to end it because they are going through their own dark night of the soul. And they are... some of them are dealing with heavy addiction. Some of them are dealing with loss. Some of them are dealing in confusion. And this is a spiritual tower for them, you know? That's why the divine is saying to pull back and take our energy off of them. Because we're ahead a little bit as feminines. The whole reason that this is happening is because the masculines, divine masculine, divine feminine, and the soulmate and twin flame journey, they're out of sync. The feminines always wake up first. Usually, I should say. The masculines stay asleep a little longer, and when they do wake up to the connection, they're fucking confused as hell, and it tears everything apart. One thing I've heard said about twin flame connections, as opposed to soulmate connections, is a good analogy that says, when soulmates meet, everything falls into place. because they resonate so well. When twin flames meet, everything falls apart. Everything falls to shit, and chaos reigns in both of their lives. And it's because what a twin flame is with soulmates are two different souls. And they have two different agendas, two different, itineraries for what they're doing here. But they're kindred, but they're separate souls. Okay, they come into life together, work on some lessons, or have some fun, and experience things together, and then they go about their way. Twins, however, are one soul that in the beginning contracted to be split in two, a divine masculine and divine feminine energy. They're not complete without each other. But in order to come back together, they need to balance the masculine and feminine within themselves so that they can come and come into union again. That is the toughest thing that they'll have to do. And it doesn't happen overnight. A lot of these twin flame energies have been doing this for multiple lifetimes, and they're still not in union. So in the summer, I know I kind of I apologize for repeating myself, but it's mainly for people who might find my readings and not backtrack and watch the last 5 or 6 readings. So I do have to reiterate what's happening in each reading, just in case somebody comes in new and just wants to, watch this reading. So, what was I? I got distracted because my screen keeps going dark, as if something's in front of it. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. It's got me a little rattled, I have to say. But I do have enough. Oh, we didn't do our protections, did we? Well, we should probably frickin' do that. Let's pause. Alright. We're gonna center and clear our space and call in our protections because this is creeping me out a little bit, okay? Let's take a deep breath in. Hold for 2 heartbeats. And release all negativity. We ask all positive energies to attend us and guide us to the messages that fulfill our highest good. Michael, please guard the corners. Gabriel, make the messages clear and useful. And Metatron, be present to protect the seekers and deliverers of the divine's communication. Okay, let's hope that took care of it. Alright. So I got a little distracted there with that darkness that went by. So I'm just going to kind of continue. I hope I got the message out that I needed to. So with this center card, the heart of the matter being death, there was an ending of something. By the way, death has come up like in the last 3 readings too, sometimes double. There wasn't the good thing about death is that it's not the ending like the world card is. The world card is an end and that's it. But the death card is an ending that makes room for new growth, okay? And on top of that is the Singer of Healing. So the 2 ways I'm going to look at this is that somebody put an ending to a connection that was supposed to heal them both. Another way to look at this is that on top of this death, after this death, at the heart of the matter is that there is healing that can be had, even after this change, okay? So we're going to go up to what the crowning energy, what's on our minds. This card says first step. So fairies, can you please clarify what this first step on our minds is? It It's in the mind of the collective. It's in the energy stream. What is this first step that we need to look for, fairies? What is the first step we need to take? Please clarify and elaborate the first step. Alright. Fuck! Here he is again. Alright. The first step is to clear up this fucking glamour that the Glanganer brings in. You know how I feel about this card? I fucking hate this asshole, okay? Yes, the fairies are, you know, a higher energy, but there is negative and positive in everything. And it would have been an incomplete creation if this fairy deck did not have negative entities in it. This is the sweet, sly, smooth talker, the liar. And he's whispering to somebody. And in most of the readings that I've done, this is whispering to the masculines, to the divine masculines. Illusion, delusion, lust, blindness, dig deeper, glamour at work, and spell work. Glamour. The reason, when I saw that on the card, I immediately got the image in my mind of Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. And I'm going to say this analogy every time this card comes up. Like I said, just in case somebody comes in new. Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings was a servant of Saruman, and he was sent to Theoden, the king of Rohan, in order to make him subservient. Theoden was a powerful king. Okay? He loved his people. He was wise. He was cunning. He was smart. And he was formidable in standing in the way of Saruman's plans. So they set Grima Wormtongue on him to whisper to him and lie to him. And slowly it started to drain Theoden's power. Okay? If anyone remembers Lord of the Rings, and I don't know which one it was of the trilogy where they went to Theoden and Rohan, but he looked like he was dead already. And he was just a functioning shell of a person. This Glanganer energy, it's here on first step. I mean, this is I'm thrown with this. Like, what's our first step? Bam, the Glanganer. And I think what this is telling us is that the first step is to identify who this is in our lives. Who is this liar, this smooth talker? Because they're going to need to be dealt with. And once we realize who that is in our lives, then we can cut them out. And we can come back to life like Theoden did when Gandalf cast out Saruman from his energy, and then they exiled Grima Wormtongue, and almost immediately Theoden started coming back to life. That's what we're going to need to do. Now, another way to look at this is that whatever this first step is that we want to take, this bastard is going to stand in our way. And lately I have been channeling for Divine Masculines. Well, I'm still technically channeling for the Divine Feminine, but this is like, I'm being given like a peek into what the Divine Masculines are going through in order to bring that information forward so that the feminines can know what the fuck's going on, because most of us are in the dark, right? So either the first step is to find this person in our lives and cut them out, or this bastard is going to block whatever steps we want to take in this energy. So let's go to the recent past. Fairies, please clarify and elaborate on this tower in the past. Okay, we've got, and I had a feeling while I was shuffling, like this is going to be a good card. Because it seems like the energies are flopped. Excuse me. I have incense burning, and that really dries up my throat sometimes. We have Tail in the Sylph, and this is enthusiasm for ideas, awakening mental acuity, in intellect. So what we usually get from this card is that she's like, okay, also time. Time is time is an issue with her. And the reason I say that is because when she flits around flower to flower in the forest just doing her work, we see, or I mean, we can imagine this fairy and she's going zoop, 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 like really fast, right? But in her time, she's like, I'm going to tend to this flower over here, and these petals are nice, and okay, this looks really good, and then I'm going to come up over here in this tree, and oh, these leaves need to be tended to. It's slow for her. But for us, we see zoop, 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 zoop. Okay? Another aspect of Tail in the Sylph is if you look at her posture, it's like she was flying along and then all of a sudden she saw something. And it's like, oh, I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go towards that because that's caught my eye now. You know? And even though it might look like she didn't spend all that much time on this subject, to her, it probably felt like forever. Because for her, time is slowed down. So here in the past, on top of the tower, there was some energy that was very enthusiastic about what this connection was. And when they went towards it and they tried to actually interact and experience it, it all came tumbling down. That's why I feel like this connection that we're talking about is the twin flame connection. Because remember, like I said, when soulmates meet, everything seems to fall into place real nice. But when twin flames meet, it's a fucking disaster. It destroys both of their worlds. It's a tower. Now, another way we can look at this is that whatever this tower was in the past actually frees up the feminine to go enthusiastically towards something else. Okay? So let's go on and see what the current energy here with on top of temperance is going to be. Temperance is balance and healing. In the Rider Waite, or in any of the other tarot cards, temperance is like an angel or like a cosmic entity, and they have two cups. And in some cards, one cup is gold and one cup is silver. And the gold represents the divine masculine, the silver represents the divine feminine. They're pouring waters back and forth in the cup, trying to balance the levels in each of them. But the water that they're pouring, the water that the angel is pouring back and forth is actually the water of Source itself. And look, Source makes an appearance here. The reason they're pouring Source water back and forth is because that is the water of the connection of the twins. Okay? That's the only spiritual energy that can heal is the waters of Source. And the waters of Source is love. Unconditional, boundless, timeless love of the creative spirit. Okay? So that's what's temperance. Sagittarius energy here. Fairies, please clarify and elaborate on temperance in the present energy. Someone's healing and trying to find balance. It's too many. Miracles, combinations, environments. Combinations always stands out to me with this card because it's with the pouring back and forth of the cups. It's combining the energy of the two souls in the connection. So they are forever combined. They're forever connected. So even if the masculine tries to end the relationship or end the connection, those two hearts, those two souls will always be part of each other. So I feel like even though the masculine might try to run from this, they still feel each other. So please clarify and elaborate temperance, please, in the present, fairies. The healing and balance between. Yep. Tobira of the Waters. Isn't that amazing? Because she's one of my stand-ins for temperance. Because she's got the healing waters right here. Right in her hand. And they're falling out. See how lit up she is, but the people, the energies behind her are kind of, they're very earthly, and she's kind of lit up like with divine light. So whoever this is like a light worker, I believe. The light worker needs healing, I heard. Isn't that the truth? This is self-healing, accepting change. Oh, that's interesting because death up here says change. So we're trying to accept this ending. Healing wells, important choices. Yeah. Serenity and change of emotions. So we're being called in the present to use mind over heart in separating from this tower that happened, so that in the present we can find balance and healing within ourselves. Remember when I said that the feminines and the masculines have to find masculine and feminine balance within themselves before they can come back together? Now, I did mention that the feminines are ahead a little bit and the masculines stayed asleep a little bit longer. So the feminines in this dynamic have been through war for the past couple years while the men were sleeping. Well, I say men, I'm sorry, masculine, because it could be a masculine energy in a woman, and it could be feminine energy in a man. Put yourself where you see the energies fit, okay? The feminines have been to battle for the last few years, so we've leveled up I don't know how many times. And now we need healing because we've been to war. And this last cycle with the masculines ending the connections, this is like the cherry on top of the shit sandwich, And I think in the... Oh, okay. 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 They said the reason that we're being instructed to pull away from the masculines while they deal with their dark nights of the soul is that we need to heal. They recognize that we have been to war, and they recognize that we've been destroyed by this dynamic for the last couple years. And it's time for the light workers to find healing. The problem that they just told me was that this connection was supposed to be that healing. They brought these two together so that both of them could heal. The masculines from their karmic cycles and the feminines from just being at war for years. They were supposed to come together to heal each other, but the masculines got spooked and kiboshed the whole thing. So we're being advised in the present that while they're getting their payment due, like their bill is up, while they're paying their karma, we need to step back and heal because we've been through way too much. Okay? Near future here, we've got the Hanged Man, which is a crossroads, a transition, turning point, and decisions. So this is a card of going inward to gain perspective, just like the Hermit card gains perspective by retreating. But whereas the Hermit goes inward to gain a larger perspective, the Hanged Man goes inward to gain inner perspective. So there's going to be a shift in how things are understood in the future. Okay, so let's get clarification. Fairies, please clarify the Hanged Man in the future. transition, crossroads, perspective, decisions. Please clarify the hanged man in the... Is that the wrong way to ask? How am I supposed to ask? What is the turning point in the future? Damn, nope, I wasn't ready. What is this turning point in the future? No? And all my instincts, they return. The grand facade, so soon will come. How do you want me to ask this? What are they contemplating in the future? What is, no? What's the turning point in the future, please, fairies? What is this turning point? And what's the crossroads there we're coming to in the there? What is the crossroads we're coming to in the future, please? What's the crossroad we're coming to in the future? Fuck! Look, I said it before. There's poison in the water. Okay? The water being the waters of source, the same ones that are being poured back and forth between Temperance's cups. That's the waters of source. Okay? There's something in the fucking waters that is acting like a poison. And it's making the masculines crazy, and it's causing the feminines to have to step back and take their hands out of it. This is one of the goddamn poisoners. This is one of the negative cards, just like the blanketer. The soul shrinker. Somebody is whispering gossip, malice, lies, and is actually shrinking whoever they're talking to. I'm going to say this is the masculine because the feminines are kind of on a healing journey right now. I'll get more on that later. I think this is the masculines. In the future, they're going to be in like self-imposed hermit mode, trying to gain inner perspective on what's happening to them, why it's happening, how did they just, they're going to, like, I know a couple masculines that are going through some dark nights that they're like, why, wait, elaborate on that a little more before I say it. Deep considering of their, deep consideration of their motives and behavior from the past to the present. But this is why. Because not only is the Glankener energy out, the Soul Shrinker is out. And he does exactly what the card says. Look how big he is in this card. This is all you can see is his face. And it's like Eeyore's face. It's like depressed. This says, right speech, right thought, malice, gossip, curses, evil eye, thoughts can manifest, make them pure. This says, compassionate and anguished. He was made ugly by the ugly. Okay, this changes my perspective on this card a little bit. This feels like somebody who is absolutely hurt. Like a wounded animal. That's what I feel like this is. Now, a couple of readings ago, I know I mentioned, like I said, the poison in the water, right? There is some negative energy around that's meddling in almost every fucking stack, okay? What I likened it to was a concept called a tulpa. Tulpa. A tulpa. And what a tulpa is is a thought form that is concentrated on and thought about so intently that it actually begins to form. It begins to gel into an energy that can actually affect its surroundings, okay? That's what I feel like the soul shrinker energy is the thought forms gelling, okay? In this case, wait, okay, say that again. This is in the whole collective. This is not just for one masculine. Like I know what a tulpa is, so I can imagine it. It's a thought form that gains sentience and can actually manipulate its surroundings. There are several. There are several examples of tulpas in history. One of the biggest ones people think might be. Follow me here. I'll get to the point. One of them is Bigfoot. It's like it started with one person who maybe saw something big and strange in the woods, and then everybody thought about it and put so much, I mean, decades and decades and decades of people thinking about it and pursuing it. And they actually gave it life. That's why nobody can find it, is because it's not a flesh and blood entity. It's just a thought form that has so much energy on it. It actually starting to become a thing. Another example of a tulpa that I heard was this one's kind of spooky. There's a castle in, I believe it's Ireland, where so many people died that their agony gelled into a poltergeist that haunts the castle. And it's disgusting. It smells like death and it just wreaks havoc and it's gross. That's what I believe that this is. And it's on the hangman, which means like while they're pulled back and considering their inner perspective, there's poison there whispering to them. This blanketer I often compare to the karmic. And I know that it's a bad rap on the karmics. Not all karmics are terrible people. We're all karmics to somebody. So to say that a karmic is always evil, you have to think that you're someone's karmic. We are all someone's karmic. So are all karmics evil? I don't think I'm evil. You know, I'm not the one doing this though. What I mean is there's glamour and spell work at work here, which means that whatever this karmic energy is that's whispering to the masculines, and it could even be them themselves in their own mind whispering lies to themselves. Whoever they are, they have magic. Okay? I was really angry in the last reading. I'm like, this is a bad witch. She's a bad fucking witch. And I know witch from witch because I'm a fucking witch too, you know? So, yes, there's good and evil. Part of me thinks that even though this karmic is whispering, they don't know. They don't realize that they're the negative energy in this mix. You know? It might just be their natural energy to be like a negative person. But whatever they're doing is poisoning the masculine's mind. And here it's coming out with this soul shrinker. It's such an apropos name for this energy because this negativity actually shrinks you and reduces you and minimizes you and makes you feel like you're smaller than you are. This is designed to take the masculines away from their own power. They're fucking kings. All our masculines are kings. Some of them are emperors. But just like Theoden was whispered to for years and years to to minimize his power. That's what's happening here. Now, two ways we can look at this. In the future, somebody out, either one, masculine or feminine, could be either of us. Somebody's going to go hermit mode inside themselves in order to gain perspective on who they are now after this tower and this death. Some of them are going inward in order to weed this stuff out. And some of them are going inward, and while they're in there, they're still going to be slave to this energy. Okay? So let's continue, and let's please, fairies, clarify the message. I wasn't ready yet, and I'm not taking that card either. He can stay in there. Please clarify and elaborate messages in the future. No, as the outcome. An open mind. Let me read from the book on this real quick. Like I said, some of these cards are different from tarot. Some of them are insight cards, so I have to... Messages. Concept, keep an open mind. Bodies, people, animals, plants, the universe, and the source all send messages. Some are good, some are not, but not listening promises missing that things that matter. Push away the human desire to be self-absorbed and open your heart. Wow. Open your heart to hear your path. Messages will be many and diverse as time moves forward. Whether earth, space, internal, the senses, all will be affected. It will be your choice whether to heed the communications offered or to let it go like yesterday's news. Our advice is not to turn a blind eye to the things that are manifested in front of you. If you do not understand what you're seeing, research, identify, discuss. The time for you to remember who you are is now. So noticing the messages about you becomes imperative. Look more closely. There's always more. Become aware. It says universal messages are for you. You only need to open your mind and heart to understand their significance in your life. That's crazy. Where's that other card? There was a card that said open your heart, wasn't there? Huh. But yeah, it says thoughts are pure. Can manifest. Make them pure. Okay. So please clarify and elaborate on messages. Keep an open mind. So this is like looking at signs and synchronicities. For sure, listen to your intuition. Listen to your dreams. Listen to angel numbers and repeating numbers that you see. Any kind of messages. That's how Source communicates with us. And the more we open ourselves to seeing more messages, the louder that communication is going to get. So, all right. Am I going to take it? I want to so bad. Being told no. Damn it. Unity popped out, which is a beautiful major arcana in the fairy deck of symbolizing the union that's supposed to manifest between these two. Damn, I can't take it though. They told me not to. Please clarify and elaborate the messages here in the outcome. Pop again if you can't. Oh, please be good. Alright, fairies of the future. That's interesting. We did have a flipper here. What is this? Where are you? Oh, okay. Iris of the Rainbow. Yeah, we'll take that. I'll take two. Two good. Two positive energies because we've got so much negative here. I'll take it. So in the future, the messages we need to watch out for is fairies of the future. This is co-create the future. Hesitate and get dragged. It says choose a path and go now. Okay? And Iris of the Rainbow is protect your seeds, release, growth, hope, storm passing, peace, reclaiming after the storm. Oh, that's good. That's good energy. So this is either reclaiming our own peace after this bullshit, or while this bullshit is happening with the masculines, and we're being advised to take our hands off. It's so that we can heal, okay? So this is reclaiming something after the storm. And what part of what I'm being told is that we are going to reclaim our own identities. We're going to reclaim ourselves because we just came through. They're showing me somebody rescuing themselves from drowning. That's how I feel. Like somebody's drowning and they reach their hand up and a hand reaches down to pull them out. And then when they look at who saved them, it's like a reflection of themselves. So this could be either masculine or feminine. Who is this spirit? Because there's feminine energy on these cards. But who is this? I heard both of them because this technically is on the messages card. So I feel like they're in the future, we're going to have, clear communication on how to heal this connection? Really? I heard, yeah, really. No. What's the messages here? I'm reclaiming you. Oh my, unga bunga. I am a Libra. I am a hopeless romantic. I am quadruple Libra and Sagittarius North Node. Okay? I mean, I am a hopeless romantic. Cancer 7th house. This is how hopeless I am. So when I hear stuff like that, I get kind of girly and real giddy. Like when I hear I'm reclaiming you, it's like, ooh, really? Really? Okay, we'll see how that goes, you know? The reason I say it like that is because they might be coming forward Unga Bunga style, like caveman style. However, we are not that anymore. Okay? We are fucking warriors. So you want to come at me and Unga Bunga me, you're going to have some hard work on your hands because I'm a fucking queen now. Not me, like, personally. I'm speaking, like, for the feminines. Unga Bunga. I don't think Unga Bunga is going to work on the majority of us. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe. There is an aspect of the feminine energy where we are so tired of being warriors that maybe we do want to be treated soft and Unga Bunga, you know? Like you, me, just mine, just yours, you know, stuff like that. That's, to some of us, that might sound really, really cool. What else? I'm reclaiming you. Why would you tell me that, spirit? Give me another. Tell me that. Tell me something else. I'll never go backwards. I will never be free. I will never run faster. Will you sing down to me? Co-create the future. Hesitate and get dragged. So in the future, somebody might get a message like, what kind of message though? Tell me. 3D or spirit? What was it like to be loved? I feel that someone's gonna get a message to like, go now. Go towards your healing. Go towards salvaging whatever you lost after the storm. Something big's gonna come through and clear out this energy. And like I was saying before, I think it's the divine. And not only that, but the ancestors have been showing up like gangbusters. You know? I will never be free. I will never run faster. Will you sing down to me? Huh. You'll never be seen in the wake of disaster. Will you sink down to me? Yeah. No, don't sink down to them. We have to go up. We have to go forward. So, hope and storm passing and co-create the future, that's beautiful. Oh, is that what the message is? Okay. I heard I want to create a future, but I want to create a future with you. That's why it's like I'm reclaiming, because Iris of the Rainbow is, of course, what does the rainbow say? It's hope after the storm, right? This goes along with the Losgona. She's the frog maiden in this deck, and she advises us to try to salvage from the muck. And she came out like in the last two readings too. Salvage from the muck is like what I see in my mind when I consider Losgona is spoilers for the Star Wars fandom, because this is from the show The Mandalorian, okay? In one episode, something is destroyed, but in the ashes, Din finds a small treasure. So that's the visual I get for salvaging from the muck. Something after all of this is going to be attempted to be salvaged. Because somebody put their hopes in it. Protect your seeds. Okay. So the things that we're planting now in order to manifest in the future, we've got to really protect those things. Because with all this negative energy coming through, it's like you plant a tiny seed and you cover it and you make sure it's got sun and a little bit of water, and you talk sweet to it so it can, grow really well. But then a flood comes and totally wipes out all the young plants. That's what I feel like this negative energy and the energy stream is. Okay, we're going to go on to the... Oh, no? Okay. Hey, I've got one thing that I have to attend to, and then we're going to start on the third layer, which is going to be the Gilded. So I will be right back. It's just going to be a second for you. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to move on to the tarot, the Gilded. We're going to move on to the Gilded. We're going to get some more clarification here. Central issue, death on this singer of healing. Please clarify and elaborate. The singer of healing on death. So like I said, this can be two ways. Either this healing was supposed to come in and it was killed, or something here ended and now healing can come in, okay? I say both ways because this energy will play out differently in the collective for everyone, depending on your situation, the people involved, aspects in your chart, transits, I mean, anything, weather, I'm saying anything. So that's why I always make sure to tell, like, all the different ways that I see this gelling, okay? So in this case, it could either be something has ended, and that's at the heart of our issue right now. Something has ended, but now healing comes in afterwards, or something was supposed to heal and it was ended. So one or the other. So let's clarify, please. The singer of healing on death. What does it like to feel love? Never go backwards. I'll never be free. I'll never run faster. Will you sink down to me? Too many. I will never go backwards. I'll never be disaster. Please think under me. Yeah. Please clarify the healing on death. Two of wands. Two of wands. Okay. There's a crossroads here, which is interesting because there is a crossroads card here, isn't there? Yeah, the hangman, right next to the hangman. Okay. So on top of healing, there was a choice. Oh wait, this is three of wands. I'm sorry, three. Three of wands. Okay. This is a card of waiting. Oh, and there's three birds, too. I don't know, maybe I'll sing, maybe I won't. Okay. This is a card of waiting. The three of wands is, okay, the way I like to describe it is, the two of wands is putting in your Amazon order, and the three of wands is now waiting at the window, like checking the tracking and, waiting for your order to come. Somebody's waiting. It's like, now, the thing with these scenes is that you can't tell if he's watching the ship go or waiting for it to come in. Either way, he wants to be on this ship. He's just I think he's trying to figure out how to get over there. Do you know what I mean? The three birds, there's there's three different colors too. One is white, one is gray, and one is black. Huh. It looks like it's dawn or dusk because I can't tell if that's sunrise or sunset colors. But the three birds, now I gotta sing the song. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. Three little birds perched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of a melody pure and true. And they're saying, this is our message to you. I think that's the Don't Worry song by Bob Marley. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. So yeah, maybe that's the message that this is bringing. With this healing, everything's gonna be okay, So this is waiting for healing. Wait, hang on, I'm hearing something, hang on. Go back once, I will never be seen. Come back a disaster, please say down to me. Oh, okay. 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 So they're saying that we have to watch them. We're on the outside watching the masculine heal from this ending. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, because if you look at this person, they're standing on the shore looking at the ship. So, I feel like they're standing there looking at this healing that's happening right after death, the death card, see? They're watching this happen. So, this is the feeling of us being on the outside looking in. I know I was saying before that we have to take our hands off of them so that they can go through go through whatever they're going through. It was it was illustrated to me like something's gonna hit them like lightning, and we have to step away from them, because when someone's getting electrocuted and you hold on to them, you get electrocuted too. So we're being advised to step back and let them go through what they're going through. And this really looks like somebody standing on the shore watching this ship. Okay? And I think this is us just having to step back and watch them go through whatever they're going through. And that's what's on our hearts, because this is the middle of the spread. That's what's on our hearts right now. Is like we're standing there watching them go through this bullshit. And there's nothing we can do about it. There is nothing that dude can do to get to that ship. I mean, he could swim, sure, but who knows what kind of currents are down there or how deep this water is. So he is literally just relegated to watching this ship come towards him. You know? So let's continue this crowning energy. Oof, this Glankener on top of the first step. This is so weird. Like, this position really threw me. So let's see if we can get some clarification. What the hell, Spirit? Please clarify and elaborate the Glankener on first step. I try with no see. Temperance. Wow. Temperance in the crowning and temperance in the present. Okay. In the sky, fire in the streets. See, this again is that energy of good, good, bad. It's like first step, temperance, Glankener. Or, first step, Glankener, temperance. So what's on our minds, or what I heard was, what's on their mind is finding balance and healing from this influence. Why, though? Right in front of you, I will burn down the city and straighten up the news, and you're watching wonder. It's such a good card to be on the Glankener, though. I mean, okay. I heard this is what's on their mind. The first step after recognizing who this Glankener is going to be trying to rebalance and heal. What else does temperance say? Combinations, miracles, and environments. So yeah, they're trying to look around and take stock of what's around them. I feel like some of them are feeling like everything that they have around them is a lie. Whether it's family, their job, their hobbies, who they're loving, it's false. It was a spell. Wait, elaborate on that, please. A glamour, yeah. See, they show me images, but I don't always get words to describe it. So if I stutter or pause, it's me trying to find the words to describe what I'm seeing. Huey. What I'm seeing is... Okay, they're showing me the wizard from Wizard of Oz and someone pulling back the curtain. He finally sees who's been pulling his strings. Who's been speaking to him. Who has been... I want to say manipulating him, but I don't know if that's the right word for this. Go with the flow. Hang on. These are days of our lives. I think it's being revealed to him what around him is false. What is toxic? What is not true? What's a lie? And a lot of these things is things that he set up for himself in his own life. But like what? I don't change. People. People he surrounded himself with. They're false. People? Yeah. Habits. What else? That's it? Now he has to heal from the things that he allowed into his life that were toxic. That's the first step. That's the first step. That's the crowning energy. Is that he has to heal from these toxic things. And it's hard to dig them out because they're in there like ticks in his life because he allowed them in. Look, I need to say he let this happen. However, this isn't like a weakness. I mean, we've all been taken advantage of by somebody that we trusted. And I think that's what these masculines are finding out. Some of them, at least. The ones that are stuck in the karmic cycles, they're finding out that the energy that they let close to them, it didn't have their best interests in mind. Because if you think of the Glankener as Grima Wormtongue, he was a servant to the king, yes, but he did not have his best interest in mind. He wasn't thinking of the king. He wasn't thinking of the kingdom. He was serving something darker in order to keep the king subservient. And something I always have to say when the Glankener comes up is I have to address the masculine and ask them, are you a servant, divine masculine? Are you a slave? Because to us, you're feminines, you're a fucking king. In some cases, you're an emperor. But you're allowing yourself to be treated like a puppet. And I think that the crowning energy here is that some of these masculines are going to wake up to the fact that somebody in their environment that they held in high regard didn't deserve that placement. And they're going to have to try to rebalance and heal and rebuild from that. That's what's the crowning energy. So let's continue. Recent past, please. Tail on the Sylph, something enthusiastic, and then the tower. Bam. So either the tower hits and frees somebody, or somebody coming in real fast caused a tower. It's like Talon sees something and shiny and she goes towards it. And even though it seems like she's going in fast, to her, she's coming in her sweet time. Let me, hang on. Oh, I heard her attention caused a tower. I make a deal with God. I'm going to swap our places. I heard her coming in so fast and paying her undivided attention to this masculine just kablooied everything. Come on, baby. Come on, darling. Let me feel this moment from you now. Please clarify this enthusiasm, this enthusiastic awakening that caused the tower. Please, I don't know if I want to take it. I'm so scared. 9 of Wands. The Wounded Warrior. I have nothing left to give. That's what this card tells me. Make a deal with God. Again to swap our places. Be running up that road. Be running up that hill. No problems. Hang on, I'm listening. See, remember what I said about good, negative. This is that poison in the water. I wish I could find a better analogy for that. No problem. Huh. Okay. Oh my god. One of my guides really has a sense of humor. He said somebody peed in the pool. That's what it is. Eventually, the whole pool is going to have to be drained. Someone peed in the pool. Another visual you can imagine is if anybody's watched Caddyshack. If anyone's seen Caddyshack, remember the pool scene? And they had to all clear out because someone dropped a baby Ruth in the pool and they thought it was poop. That's what they said. Someone peed in the pool. Okay. The Tower. The Enthusiasm and the 9 of Wands. Okay. Keep going. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Wait. Keep going. I heard she's tired. I heard she's tired. Let me meditate on that for a second. I'm sorry. I know I take long pauses. Like one of my disclaimer is part of my disclaimer. I stutter, I swear, I sing, and I take long pauses. I'm not as polished as the other readers are. I really have to pause and listen. That's why I keep music playing so that when I have to glitch out and think about what's being said, you guys have something to listen to. Somebody's really tired. It's like there was a tower, and then Talon came in and was like, I want that one. I'm going to spend time with that one. And this other one's going, bitch, I'm tired. Do you know what I've been through? This could be the feminine energy, though, because we've been through some bullshit. But, I mean, the masculines are going through it now, too. What I do want to say about this card is that I like to notice how the things in the cards are separated by numbers, okay? So this is the 9 of Wands, but in the background there's 8 Wands, and he's holding 1. The 8 of Wands... Wait a minute, let me visualize it, because I totally drew a blank on what the 8 of Wands is. Get it, Mommy. What? I fed you. 8 of Wands. I'm trying to concentrate. Oh, it's the communication card. Okay, it's the communication. So the 8 of Wands is communication. And what he's communicating is, he's like, I am so defeated right now from what that tower that happened, that all I have left is this one wand. He's got the Ace of Wands in his hands. That's all he's got left. If he can come forward after this tower, I'm sorry. If he can come forward after this tower, the only thing he can come forward with is this one wand. Because the rest of them, he had to set up as a defense. Okay, I'm going to try to find the 8 of Wands in this deck because I want to show you what it looks like. This might take me a minute. I'll pause it for this minute while I find this. Okay, I found it. Do you see the Eight of Wands coming through the air like arrows, right? So then you see them coming in like arrows. Pew, 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 pew. And then here they are. They land, boom, 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 right behind him. So there was some communication that made someone feel very defeated, very broken, very bruised. But they've there's two ways I look at this. This is communication that makes them feel defeated. Like a final verdict, a final communication that made them just lay everything down and need to walk away. Another way I look at this is that they're using these eight wands as like a fence behind them so that they can get some reprieve and nothing else can come towards them to hurt them. And the only thing they're coming forward with is this one wand. Another thing I notice about this is that he is literally brought to his knees by this situation. Okay? Nothing good came of it. That's what I heard. Nothing good came of this. Now I'm being reminded of the nine, because this is the Nine of Wands. Now I'm being reminded of the Nine of Swords. And then the Nine of Swords, somebody is having anxiety in their bed. And the one thing that Spirit always tells me about the Nine of Swords is that there, quote unquote, there was no comfort in that bed. So I feel like they're completely brought to their knees by whatever this communication was. And all they can salvage, the salvage, is this one wand. And I think this one wand is just the drive to keep going. Like, yeah, they're just, but I don't know how to interpret this Nine of Wands on top of Talon because she's so, I mean, you can't really see her face, but she is just completely enamored with whatever she's looking at. Oh, okay. Okay, I heard, I see you. Oh, that's interesting. Talon the Sylph, her number is 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. And here we have the Nine of Wands. Okay. Okay, elaborate on that. Huh. I'm so sorry I have to pause, but I really, I'm just trying to listen. So 9 is a divine number. Mm, he's ignoring her. He completely does not see this. Oh, it's because she moved too fast. She's out of sync. Like I said in the beginning, holy crap. Remember when I said that the feminines and the masculines are out of sync because the feminines wake up first and the masculines are still stuck in their karmic cycle. When the feminines wake up and realize what the connection is, they get to work. They get to fucking work. They're like, okay, I know who he is. I know who I am. I know what this connection is. What do I have to do to make this happen? It doesn't even matter if they're in other connections. It doesn't matter. They just, they they know what they want to pursue. They know this is the truth, and the feminines get to work. But because the masculines wake up late, they're out of sync. She was moving too fast for him to see that she was the healing that he needed after that tower. And because he didn't see her, She can stand behind him and say, I'm here, but he can't hear it because she's in a vibration above him. So all he knows is that after this tower, he's devastated. Now, this can also be the feminine energy. And I say that because, as the feminine in the dynamic, after the tower hits, we're fucking broken again, you know? And we do only have one wand. This is like, oh, I heard life force. Because the wands are fire energy. It's dynamic, it's ambition, it's power, it's passion, it's drive, it's all those powerful things. All they have left is that one. So I feel like this energy could be masculine and feminine because it's a tower for both of them. You know? Him denying the connection is a tower for the feminine. Her coming in as powerful as she is a tower for the masculine. Mommy, can you please get off of me? I love you. Get off of my head, please. Oh, baby. Okay, so we're going to move on. We've got other layers to do. Can't you see? Why won't you set me free? You got power, power. You've got power over me. It is amazing sometimes how the music lines up with what the cards play. That's why I keep it on. Not a lot of readers will put music on in the background. I have to. Oh, how cute. I feel as I get closer to you. Is the desire to move like you do. Please clarify the present energy. Tabira of the waters on top of temperance, healing, and temperance is here. This whole connection was about healing. And somebody just fucking killed it. You know why? Because the fucking soul shrinker and the glankener was telling them that that's not what this is. That's just a distraction. They're being told that the connection is a distraction because something's trying to keep them in that karmic cycle. And it's probably the karmic, because I always say that the fucking glankener is a witch that doesn't know she has the power to manifest. And she's whispering to, like Grima Wormtongue, to the king. So please clarify and elaborate, Tabira of the waters, on temperance in the present. Please clarify, Tabira of the waters, on temperance. The healing waters, please clarify what the healing is. Who needs who needs the healing? Who's giving the healing? Or what's being healed? Which question do you want? I'm going to go with who is being healed in the present. Is it the feminine or is it the masculine? Who's being healed in the present? Chariot, fast movement, or the potential of fast movement? So the Chariot card is pulled by two Sphinxes. Sphinxes are the guardians of the gateways, the portals. Last reading, the portal came out here. Here? Outcome? In one of these two places, the portal came out. That's a gateway. I'm doing this reading right on the 111222 gateway. And it's January 11th, 2022. But I don't count the zero. So it's 111222. This is an important portal. That's why I'm doing this reading today. Oh, I should have led with that. Oh well. There's a level up opportunity. Level up? There's an opportunity to close this cycle. That's what this portal is. An opportunity to close out the cycle. Somebody's busting through this portal in the chariot. However, with this chariot especially, those sphinxes are not ready to move. They're laying down. So maybe she came in already and they're resting, and here she is in all her glory, right? In the Rider Waite, the chariot brings in the Emperor. Beautiful energy. I love that symbolism. Yes, bring the emperors back in. Bring the kings. Bring our masculines with haste. But these are laying down. So to me, the chariot is always the potential of movement, but no movement yet. The tank is full. The car is running, warming up. The trunk is packed. Bring your snacks. Bring the smokes and get in the car. We gotta go. That's the kind of energy that this is to me. But it's not movement yet. So in the present, on top of healing, on top of Tobira, is the chariot, the Empress. In this deck, the chariot is bringing the Empress. There's no going home. There's no going home. With a name like mine, I still dream of you. No. Okay. In the present, I think this is the feminine trying to heal and find balance and continue on. And the reason I say continue on is because when we did the ancestors reading and then the reading after that, I was given this insight that we can't stay stagnant in the past waiting for our masculines to come back, because if they do come back, it's not going to be to the past. And like I said in the other readings, I think that stems from when we were kids. When you're a child, you trust the people around you to keep you safe, right? And what were we always told as kids by our parents? If we get separated or you get lost, stay put, and we will come back around to where we last saw you and find you. Okay? And that, I think, is ingrained in us to be the default of when we feel abandoned or lost or left behind, is to just hermit mode and just we freeze and stay in one place because we're hoping that our loved one will come back. But we're being advised in the last few readings that we need to move forward, because even if there is a reconciliation or a reunion, it's not going to be in the past. It's going to be in the future. So we want to make sure that when we get there in the future, that we're not stuck in where we were when they left. Okay? That's what I think the chariot energy is meaning in the present at this current time, is that we need to prepare to move forward and keep going, because we can't stay stagnant in the past. And as we prepare to move forward and continue on our journey, that's what will be the healing energy here, like Tobira of the Waters. Important choices. We have to choose to move forward. What else does it say here? Change of emotions. Yeah, instead of feeling defeated or forgotten or not good enough or anything like that, we have to move forward, and in that movement will be the healing. So let's look at the near future. Why is the Soul Shrinker here on the Hanged Man? Why is the Soul Shrinker here on the Hanged Man? Spirit, please clarify. Oh, I heard they're beating themselves up about this, about something. That's what they're doing. So with the Hanged Man, like I said, it's going inward to find inner perspective. With the Soul Shrinker here, you know what I'm hearing? While they're thinking about what happened, they're hearing, boy, did I fuck up. What else? She's not going to take me back. And rightfully so, she shouldn't. I fucked up. I heard I made this wrong. I made this wrong? This might be somebody thinking while they're drunk because that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I made it bad. Not like I made something and it was bad. It's like something was there and I made it bad. Okay, so while they're in their while they're in their hangman energy, some of the masculines are whispering like terrible things to themselves, or maybe they're just trying to work out what they've done. So please clarify and elaborate the soul shrinker on the hanged man in the near future, please. Soul shrinker on the hanged man in the near future. Somebody's gonna be beating themselves up about this. That's what I heard. Soul shrink. Yep. Look at that. 8 of Swords. Somebody is bound in their heads. I heard a prisoner to their own thoughts. And what an appropriate card to fall on the Soul Shrinker. Look at this. Look at how huge he is. It's like this is starting to take up their whole mind. This is I mean, or this could be someone whispering to them. Because we do have the Glankener here, and the Glankener I always give to the karmic energy. So if while they're in contemplation, somebody might be whispering to them, or it's themselves. But look at, they are, whoever this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swords. And their hands are bound, and their eyes are bound. But swords are air energy. This is thought energy. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, thoughts, ideas. Somebody's gonna be contemplating. Look, I mean, I'm scared. Nobody home. Okay, let me listen real quick, please. Excuse me. What? Come on. All into darkness, swallow me whole. I need to find you, just to know. I just heard that's what they're going to be dealing with. They're going to be dealing with their own minds while they process what's been happening. Hi, baby. Sit right there. Sit. Be nice. They're going to be processing everything that's happened. Especially in the past couple years. They're going to be, I heard, ruminating over what brought them to this point. You know? I just hope that a lot of them don't get stuck in this self-deprecation that the soul shrinker is going to bring. Mommy. Hi, say hi to Huey, everybody. She ignores me all day until I press record, and then I'm the most important thing in the world, right? I'll be your friend. Okay, so I mean, this is incredible because so here you see that the person is bound by their swords. And all along the border, it says exactly what these swords are. Malice, gossip, curses, the evil eye. Thoughts can manifest, make them pure. I mean, look at that's what's going round and round in their head. Gossip, malice, jealousy. That's what the evil eye represents to me is jealousy. Whew. This is definitely dark night of the soul energy here in the future. So this is what we've been advised to let them go. Okay, take your hands off. I know it's like when you're a mom and you see your kids struggling and all you want to do is reach out and help and love and support and you can do it and blah blah blah. We are being advised to absolutely step away from them. And it's going to be like this. We're going to be looking in on them on that ship, trying to get healing after this ending. Okay? And they're going to be in their fucking thoughts about it too. The hangman is Pisces, but it doesn't designate that. And then this is air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, the outcome. What is the outcome here? This last card. Because right here we've got messages of hope and peace, of reclaiming after a storm. That's when I was like, I'm reclaiming you after all this bullshit. And some of us are going to be like, okay. And some of us are going to be like, who the fuck do you think you are coming up to me after all that, telling me you're going to reclaim this? You know? So part of the message is going to be, I choose this path now. And I want to reclaim what we had before. Okay? So please clarify in the outcome. Please clarify the messages coming at the end of this. Oh, Queen of Cups. Yes. She's gonna be all okay. Let me listen, please. Aww. She is so sensitive to him right now, or in the future. I saw he's gonna come forward and he's gonna be strong, right? And he's gonna be like, I want to choose this. I want to start this. I want to reclaim this. I want to heal this. And she's going to be there like, I never went anywhere. I've been here the whole time. I've been waiting for you to come through this. You didn't have to go through it at all if you had just made the choice in the beginning. But I'm here. I've always been here. And that my cup is for you and only you. That's the message. Bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups. Nine of Cups. Knight of Wands. That's beautiful energy. I'm goodbye. It's like she says, I've been here the whole time. And while you were going through your bullshit, I was preparing things. There's my cup. There's the cup she's holding. See the cup she's holding? That's it right there. The Ace of Cups. The divine offer. To start over with this new full cup from the divine. Do you know why? Because she's been working her ass off in order to create the Nine of Cups for him to come in. Nine of Cups and Ace of Cups, what is that? That's the 10 of Cups. That's ultimate emotional fulfillment. That's what she's bringing behind her. That's what she's bringing behind her. Look at all this cup energy. This is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Either that's what she is, that's her sun sign, or that's what's in their chart. Then we have the Knight of Wands coming in hot, passionate, confident. It's like, yeah, this is what I want. This is what I want. I'm coming for it. And underneath that was the Fool, coming in like a fool. Beautiful. We've got one layer to go, though. So we're going to do the Tarot of the Divine next. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do the fairies underneath. We've got the Sage, Death, and the Mother. See? What did I tell you? What did I tell you from the other ones? Mother God is coming through. Ooh, Mother. Ooh, ladies, feminines, stand aside. I'm telling you. Because Mother God came through like 2 readings ago. Like, remember what I was saying about how did they get Grima Wormtongue off of the king? Gandalf and the boys had to come in and wreck shop. This is that energy. Mother God is here, coming in ready to wreck shop, because we all know how protective a father can be. Brothers even. Sisters. Family, friends. Anybody can be protective of somebody that they love. Have you ever seen a mother that had to throw down because somebody was threatening her kid? That's Mother God coming in right now. But we also have the Sage, which is very protective energy for me. This is detachment. That's what they're telling us. We detach from the masculines because this shit ends now, and Mother God is coming through to clean house. Okay? Whew, I'm getting worked up here. The energy is so high. All right. What did I do? Yeah, bottom of the deck. Okay, now we're going to go on to the Tarot of the Divine. Okay, Tarot of the Divine. This is the one that's folklore and mythology from around the world. Please clarify and elaborate the 3 of Wands on the Singer of Healing on death. Watching and waiting for this healing after death. Please clarify and elaborate. This deck is really thick and it's hard for my little hands, so hang on. Please clarify watching this healing after death at the heart of the matter here. Clarify watching the healing after death. The sun, that's beautiful energy. The sun really is healing energy. It's illumination, it's truth, it's happiness, it's all the good things. That's beautiful. Now, is this the energy that's in play or what we hope to happen? I heard, tell me the truth. Am I waiting for nothing? What else, please? Oh, I heard I'm gonna tell you soon. I heard. Oh, this one has 3 birds. Oh no, 5, 6. Okay, good. I don't have to sing it again. I saw 3 and then 4 and then 5. That's good. Now 6. Okay, that's good. Oh, there's 2 ships. Look at this. And they almost look the same. Cause okay, this is the sun god Ra. He's on the barge that carries the sun. Okay, kind of like the chariot that carries who was it? Apollo? Apollo was carried the sun or something like that. Y'all, look at this. He's on the boat. He made it onto the boat. And once he got on the boat, I heard he was healed. The truth was shown. He could finally see daylight after this death. I heard that you showed me this, and I couldn't see it at first. I was only looking at it from afar, and I couldn't see what was really there. But he finally got on the boat, you guys, look. Isn't that amazing? At first he was just standing there looking at it coming in, and now that the boat is there, he's on it. He's on it. Some of them have finally this is the heart of the matter. So do you brush it away or do you sing along? Do you talk about the future the way we did? Okay, and he's facing to the right, which is the future. And that's cool because we had fairies of the future over here, right? Right underneath. Yep, right here in the present. Fairies of the future. Oh, that's Tabira. Wait, where's the fairies of the future? I know they're here. Where the fuck? There they are. In the outcome. He's going towards the future. Pointed to the right. Okay, this is very, very promising energy. So I'll probably come back around and reinterpret when we get other cards around him. So crowning energy, please. The temperance, the balance on the Glankener on the first steps. Like I said, I feel like the first step is him actually waking up to the knowledge that there's a fucking Glankener around him. How else can I describe it? I don't know. There's a Grima Wormtongue on his ass. And now he's got to find the truth, balance, healing. Okay, please clarify temperance on the Glankener. That's already. Is it so wrong of me to pray she tears you apart? And I know that in the darkest part of you, we pray, we hope, and wish for it too. Ooh, that's interesting. Every side, breaks every time. Please clarify. Oh, damn, I didn't even ask yet. What the hell? Oh my god. It's the 10 of Cups. What did I say over here? Where is it? On the bottom here? Was it the Ace of Cups with the 9 of Cups is what? The 10 of Cups. And here it is. That's the crowning energy. That's on top of temperance. It's like the first step to defeating the Glankener is trying to find balance. I heard step away from that energy, trying to find balance in order to pursue that 10 of Cups. That's what's on our mind. The crowning energy is the crown chakra, is what's on your mind, right? So what's on their mind is the first step, trying to weed out this negative talker, find balance and healing, because what's on our mind is the 10 of Cups. Yeah, ultimate emotional wish fulfillment. Recent past. Please clarify and elaborate the Nine of Wands on Talon. Please clarify and elaborate the Nine of Wands. The Fool. Hello. Okay, do I really have to say the story? Alright, let me think about this first for a second. Yeah, it hurt. As the wind blows from across the great divide, voices trapped in yearning, memories trapped in time. The reason I said, yeah, it hurt, okay, is because the Fool card here is the Little Mermaid, okay? Now, in the Disney story, it's a very watered down Disney version of the tale. In the true telling of the Little Mermaid, when she transforms to her human form, she is in agony the whole time because there's something about the spell is when her fins turned into feet. Every step she took felt like there were knives all up her legs and feet. There wasn't a moment's peace while she was in that human form. That was a warning, I believe, in the tale of denying your true self will be painful every step you take. She did it all for love, of course. But he did not end up choosing her in the end. And that is the energy that a lot of us feminines are in right now, have come through. What happened in the recent past is that we were not chosen. We went through all the bullshit of the past couple years. The war in heaven, the war in the fucking 3D. People were rioting for a whole year, and then the COVID hits, and now we're all quarantined. I mean, it's just been a clusterfuck this whole time. And on both planes, the 3D and the 5D, the feminines have been holding it down. Okay? All in the name of our connections, of our twins. All in the name of, like, I know me and a few other of the ravens that are in the twin flame journey. Everything we did with our masculines in mind. There's not a moment, divine masculine. There is not a moment, no matter how long of a separation you two have been in. Weeks, months, years, decades. No matter how long you've been separated from your divine feminine, we think of you every day. Everything we do was to try to heal this in you and the connection and try to move forward in order to perhaps meet you in the future. And what did we get? Most of us got cast aside. They chose their karmic cycles to go back to or work through or whatever instead of the divine connection. And every step we took or are still taking is painful without you. But even so, she still went forward foolishly because all she saw was him. That's what keeps us moving. Even though we're defeated, we came to you enthusiastically and genuinely. We genuinely wanted to be with you, near you, by you, on you, under you, whatever. Just you. But when we came forward, this is what we are now because we've been so defeated. Because we went forward foolishly, purely, innocently, towards the love that's the only love we could see. But every step we took in this process was painful. And in the book, she doesn't ever let on to the prince that she's in pain. But every step she took, she was feeling that pain. That was in the past, in the recent past. Yeah. So, in the present, please, there's the chariot on Tobira, the waters on Temperance. Please clarify and elaborate the chariot on Tobira on Temperance. Please clarify. I wasn't ready yet. At least let me shuffle. Please clarify the chariot on Temperance in the present. Ooh, please clarify the chariot on Temperance. Strength. Yeah, that makes total sense. That's what we're trying to do here in the present, is gather our strength. Because we need to keep moving. Even though these sphinxes are laying down, we have to keep moving towards healing, you know? Like I said, girls, like I said, feminines, we need the strength to keep moving because they're not going to be in the past. We can't stay stuck in the past. They're not going to be there if and when they come back. It's going to be in the future. So we have to make sure that we're healed and stable and I heard grown. Grown. What else? Abundant. What else? I heard do your work. Be still and do your work. Because, I mean, we have to do something while the divine works on them. Because, like, they're telling us to pull away. We can't just stand there and watch. Like, you know, we can't. Some of us will, of course. Some of us are going to. It's going to play out differently for everybody. Some of us will stand there and watch. But if we can incorporate this message, we have to take our hands off of them and keep moving forward in our own lives. And I know that's a very defeatist kind of idea, because a lot of people think, well, if I move forward, then you're telling me to forget all about this. You're telling me to move on from this and that it's never going to happen. No, actually. I'm trying to tell you to move towards it. Move towards it. But in the future, you have to level up, right? You can't come to them the same way that you were in the past. Because if they're going through it too, then they're going to be elevated when we get to the future, but we'd still be stuck in the past. You want to meet on equal ground as much as possible. So please, we're being called to find the strength to actually get on the fucking chariot and go. Take your hands off of them, get in the car, and go get Starbucks. Go run errands. Go to class. Go to work. Raise the kid. You know what I mean? Just live your life. Because in the future, let's see what the future holds. After this 9 of Swords on the fucking Soul Shrinker. Wasn't ready. Another day of knowing the path I fear to tread. Into the secret waking dreams I follow without cry. Okay, in the future, Hangman, somebody's up in their head with these doubts and lies and gossip. What the fuck? Please clarify. Eight of Swords on the fucking Soul Shrinker in the future. What brought this on? Please clarify. Shit. Oh, it dropped. Let's see what it is. Eight of Cups. Walking away. God damn it. It's just like... we're just putting so much work into trying to make this right. And they still are... Look, we've got 8 and 8. 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands. Or 8 of Cups, I'm sorry. 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups. This is like torment. Like they are tormented in their minds. I hate that that's in the future. But, I mean, maybe this is a warning. Like, remember, we're being told to take our hands off of them. To have the strength to get in the chariot and get in your car and go get Starbucks and let them go through what they have to go through, because this is what they're going to go through. First of all, they're going to have to retreat and go inward. Hangman energy is self-imposed emotional exile. This is Pisces, okay? Pisces is the deep waters of the subconscious. Waters so deep that we would, if we swam in it, we'd be led back to source. So they're digging really deep with this energy, okay? Why? Because they're digging out this poison. They're trying to figure out where they... What'd you say? They're trying to figure out... I heard they're trying to figure out what they did to deserve this. I can only pass on what I hear. And it's got them bound up in their minds about it, and they're going to try to find the strength to walk away. This is actually, look at all this fucking card, cups energy we have. This is a really deep emotional connection. We've got 8, the Queen, 9, and the Ace of Cups. Anything else? So they are going to be in their minds about leaving something. So while they're processing how, why, when, where am I going to leave, they've got this motherfucker whispering to them. It's like, look at him look all salty at this. You know, at this scene. It's like, you really think you can walk away from this? You really think that you can walk towards your Queen of Cups here? Would she wouldn't even want to talk to you after what you did. You know, that's the kind of whisperings that this person is going to be processing in the future. And we really need to step away and let them go through it. Sorry, that's just what the energies that are playing out right now. So, can we please clarify the outcome here? Queen of Cups on Iris of the Rainbow and Fairies of the Future on messages. Please clarify the messages in the future. Oh, just the one. Hey, the world! Oh, that's so good. That's incredible. That's like the 3rd time that's happened, you guys, where the world comes out in the final outcome spot, which is so appropriate because the world is number 21. It's 21, right? 20. No. Yeah, 21. Because I'm blind as a bat and I can't see that tiny writing. That's 21. 21, the world card, is the last card of the major arcana. It is the ending of the cycle. And the good thing about it is that it's good fortune, I feel. Hang on, let me listen. I'm backing up because I like this part. The world. Let me contemplate this for a second, please. I was a city bird, desperately close to the mountain. I called out for water. You got me wild like a slap in the face, and I called you mine. It's so hard to know when it's over, when it's not begun. Your body is calling me, I can't give right on. Yeah, I just love this energy at the end. It's a closing of a cycle, but it's a stable ending. And I say that because in the World card, it has the 4 fixed signs in it: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. It represents the 4 corners of the heavens because it's the 4 cardinal points on the zodiac. It's the stability of the heavens, right? And even in that stable energy, the world still keeps turning. But there's, of course, legends and myths and stories from every culture that at the end, what happens if the world gets out of balance, right? Because the world energy is the epitome of a final cycle. I love this. So, let's back. Oh, bottom of the deck here. Justice, Ace of Coins, Knight of Coins. I love this. Ace of Wands, 4 of Cups. All right. So to summarize, at the heart of the matter was this ending, and the fact that there needs to be deep healing. Now, the running theme that we all know is that either the masculine killed the connection that was supposed to heal, or wait, say that again? They were supposed to end the karmic cycle and move towards the healing connection, but instead some of them did the opposite. Some of them ended the connection, the new connection, in order to go back to their karmic cycle. Here is the end of that cycle. And usually the world is a very positive card, meaning the ending of the cycle is going to fall in our favor. And right on top of the Queen of Cups, come on, this is beautiful. So then on the bottom of the deck we have Justice, which is Libra energy. Shoot, I did research this story, but I can't frickin' remember. Oh, this is like, so every town had somebody come in and out that was like, a legal go-between, right? And they had to rule on verdicts fairly, or they wouldn't get paid. Somebody's holding? Looks like he's holding a medallion or a coin or something. But they had to, oh, excuse me. Like I said, they had to do things balanced and fair and justly because they were pretty much just, their whole purpose there was to interpret law and met out verdicts, sentencing, you know. So a judgment, well, karma is going to be called on this, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be an Ace of Pentacles. It's Jack and the Beanstalk. It's like with the Nine of Wands, when I said he was coming forward with just that one wand, I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is him coming forward with just that one pentacle. One small, tangible, what if? How, can we? Can we talk? You know, one tangible, small offering. Okay? Jack and the Beanstalk, they were po, right? They had nothing. They were po. Not poor. He and his mother were po. And all he had left were those damn beans. In some stories he's got 3, in some he's got 5, and some he's got 1, whatever. However much he had, it was all that they had. And instead of like taking his mother's advice to sell it and make some money, he chose to plant it and hope for the best, right? And underneath that is the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight, because he's meticulous and he's waiting for things to grow. That's the Ace of Coins. But he knows, they both know, that justice needs to be served here. Underneath that is the Ace of Wands. Ambition and new passion, renewal of passion, or let me think of keywords here for this fire energy. I don't know, something about this makes me feel like he's going to be so happy. You guys are going to be so happy at the end that you're going to create something. Not necessarily un bebe, but that it could be. But more like, art, journaling, dream work. I mean, anything that you can bring passion to for a new beginning. So I hope this resonated with someone. I hope it was useful. I hope it made sense. If it did resonate and you'd like to support my channel, my Venmo is Arkytior46. I am thankful for anything and everything that ends up there. If you'd like to check out other readers with a similar vibe as me, check out Dharma Jane's channel. That link is in the description. Also go to Visions of Love Tarot. That's our Pixie. Maslow Tarot. That's Sharky. And as always, join us in the Raven's Nest Facebook group. I'm not the administrator there. That was started by Dharma Jane. Catch us all over there on our bullshit 24/7. The mayhem continues. Half the time we're in Facebook jail. For some reason, Zuckerberg likes to mess with a group of old ladies that want to do tarot and drink and talk about boys. So, whatever. But thank you so much for sticking with me through the whole thing. Thank you for watching. I'll be back in a couple days to check in on the collective energy. And until then, please remember your safe word.